So this is going to be a very quick tip tutorial on something that you can do with assessments on Blackboard. Now this only works if you are using a Blackboard test, but it's basically a way of providing feedback to students without releasing their marks. The idea behind this, of course, being that we're supposed to be doing assessment for learning, not assessment of learning. And therefore, from our perspective, the feedback is more important than the mark. And this is the way it should be for the students as well. We shouldn't be grade chasing. It's important for them to know the mark eventually at the appropriate juncture so that they can know whether they are close to passing or failing something or how well they're passing something. But the feedback is what we need to emphasize the importance of reading and making use of the feedback for related assignments, or indeed, if you didn't do so well, using that feedback to improve for next time. And so this is a way of giving them one without necessarily giving them the other until you're actually ready and the marks are cemented. So let's dive right in. So what we've got here is a test module that I set up, and I'm just going to click on tests and quizzes. And this is just a little play box that I have. And here we've got section B test, and it doesn't really matter what it is. This can be anything at all, but it's a Blackboard test, okay? If I click on, it's one that you've built already. You can do this while you're building them, but what I'm going to do here is click on the drop down and edit the test options. And then you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom where we've got show test results and feedback to students. Now you always want to choose after attempts are marked, because you don't want them, unless it's an automatically marked quiz, you don't want them to see the marks until you've done the marking. So if it is a manually marked thing, like a piece of coursework that you're running through Blackboard Test using a file upload questions, they write their Word document, they upload it there, or indeed they paste their information into an open text box, then that's something where you would manually mark it, and you don't want any of the students to see the marks until everything's been marked. If it's an automated quiz, like multiple choice questions, that sort of thing, that Blackboard marks itself based on the input that you've done, then that of course can release the marks to the individual students as they complete it, because the marking is instantaneous. So after attempts are marked are for things where there's manual marking being done. Now what we want to do is untick score per question. Don't have any of these boxes ticked, and we want to tick feedback. Now what this will do is give them just the feedback to the students after all attempts are marked. And that would be all of those with the yellow exclamation mark, which means that those who haven't attempted the assignment aren't holding up the feedback being released. But the key thing is to not tick any of these show marks boxes, only tick the feedback one. And then just click submit, and that's locked in. And that's it. That's a nice simple way of providing your feedback to your students so they can use it rather than them just looking at the marks. Now this might be something that you want to do even just a week before you release the marks in order to sort of force your students to read the feedback. And you'll be able to see who's done that by looking at their activity on Blackboard. I hope you found that useful. See you again soon.